Okay, so we are live on YouTube because we're having technical difficulties with Facebook. So this is where we are. Hi, I'm Allison. I'm here to welcome you guys. I'm the W Group, the owner broker of the W Group. We're a real estate team in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm here with Rachel and Hunter from A Southern Wake Couple. We're here to talk all about Southern Wake County and all kinds of stuff related to Holly Springs and different towns in Southern Wake County. Do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Rachel. I am the wife of a Southern Wake couple. And this is my husband, Hunter.
Hi.
Started the account together.
Yeah. So I guess you guys have a pretty good following on the account. And when did you start it exactly and why?
Sure. So it was February of 2020.
Okay.
And we were taking a walk one day, and we've always loved kind of doing different events and restaurants and trying things. And we were just talking, and he turned to me and he was like, "Why don't you just start an Instagram? Just start it, post what we do." And of course, I was like, "No one's going to care what we do. Who cares what we eat?" But then the pandemic hit in March.
Mhm.
And so what it really turned into was, we want to try and support these local businesses because a lot of them are unfortunately going out of business because of the pandemic. And it just kind of turned into this passion project of, we want to support local businesses and highlight local events, especially in Southern Wake County, because Raleigh gets all this hype, which it deserves. I mean, Raleigh is absolutely amazing. The food scene, the event scene is amazing in Raleigh, but there's so much to offer in Southern Wake County that people don't necessarily see as much who don't live out here. And so it really has become a passion of ours to promote those small business and events.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because the group is called Relocating to Raleigh. So people always assume we're just Raleigh, but Raleigh just encompasses so many different areas. And really, honestly, we sell a lot of houses, but majority of them are not in Raleigh. They're all in the outskirts of town. So majority of the people are moving to the suburbs of Raleigh. And, Southern Wake County is one of those parts of town where it's really starting to grow and develop very rapidly in comparison to 10, 15 years ago. It's totally different now. And I think it's going to keep growing as well. So Raleigh gets all the credit, but the suburbs of Raleigh are truly where, a lot of the hidden gems and things like that are in town. So I guess in Southern Wake County, what are some of your favorite places to go, things to do? What do you want to share with people?
Sure. So the restaurants alone, if you haven't been to the restaurants in Southern Wake County, you are missing out. So our local watering hole of My Way will always be one of our favorite places, My Way Tavern. It's not just bar food, like, it's unbelievable. We will always have a special place in our heart for My Way. And even in that Holly Springs stretch, if you haven't been to Holly Springs recently, it is booming with that downtown main stretch of restaurants. You have Sir Walter Kitchen and Coffee, and we go there multiple times a week, along with Osha, which is unbelievable Thai food. And then you have Mamma Mia and Viennese, both for Italian food, which is they're both delicious. Mama Bird's is one of our favorite ice cream shops. And then you have all of the breweries and the tap houses like Tapline and Black Dog and Bombshell. And that's just in Holly Springs, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we love those places. There are places in Fuquay that we highly recommend.
Inner Beast
Hatchet House just opened. So if you're not looking for restaurants and you want to throw some axes, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first time I threw one, it went straight into the floor. It was not and it's really fun. And with the holidays and things coming up, there's so many things that these little towns do that people might not know about, but they're so exciting. Our son is 11 months, so he's really starting to like see everything and understand everything, and we can't wait to celebrate with the town lightings. And Santa has his little mailbox downtown Holly Springs that we can walk to and all of that. So.
Yeah. Do you guys ever go to the events on Main Street in Holly Springs? Like they do like music and food truck and stuff like that?
Yes, they used to do a bunch of food truck rodeos. I think that kind of got put on hold a little bit
with COVID. Yeah.
But one of the things that we do every Saturday morning is we wake up and we go get a coffee from Sir Walter because I need the caffeine. And then we walk to the farmer's market. And the Holly Springs Farmers Market is huge. I mean, we go and we just on Sunday made an entire meal out of just what we got from the market because there's so much there. And all these small farms are bringing their fresh produce and flowers and small businesses. And it's something that I really recommend everybody goes to because
that's awesome. And then I know don't they do a tree lighting downtown?
They do. Yep.
That's fun too. Yeah. And then for fall activities, do you know anything specifically related to fall that Holly Springs does or farms close by?
There are a few farms. We love, if you're looking for like pumpkins and all your stuff to put outside, right? Needmore Farms is one of our go-to places. They are the nicest people. They have the best selection. We really, really enjoy them. Beericana is happening in October at Suggs. And so that's a great event that, if you're a beer drinker, then you can.
For sure.
So that's kind of starting to bring in that fall feel and those hay rides.
And there's a yearly fall fest that's at Sug Farm as well.
Yeah, that's so much fun. And it's a good age for your son to really be able to experience a lot of this.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's one of the things about Wake County and Southern Wake County is how family friendly it is. Like not only small businesses, but restaurants and things like that, but parks, like there's so many parks and things to do outdoors and places to go and enjoy and just to get out and like enjoy the fresh air and the seasons of North Carolina.
Yes.
Like today.
Yeah. I'm in my sweater because I'm just wishing the cold weather to be cold weather. I'm trying to see if it'll follow my lead, but
I'm the same way. I like keep opening the door to the back porch in the morning, like expecting that cool, crisp, and I'm like, no, it's so hot. But soon, I hope soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess tell me a little bit about you guys from a standpoint of, I know you kind of grew up in the area and then moved and then you came back. So tell me a little bit about your story and why you chose to come back to Holly Springs or Southern Wake County.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to start?
So I'm from the area. I'm from Fuquay originally, born and raised.
Okay.
So Fuquay preschool all the way through high school, and
he was there when a Walmart wasn't even there. He was original Fuquay.
So you're talking about how things have changed in the last 15 or 10 years. Yeah, it's significantly changed. When I was growing up, Holly Springs was really just an area we would drive through to get to other places.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's blown up immensely, and we met in college and then moved to Cary. And then when we were, we were renting an apartment in Cary and we started looking around and, we were originally focusing in the Cary area and Raleigh. And then when we started really looking for homes, we kind of realized how things were blowing up in Fuquay, Apex. It's really, as you described earlier, there's no geographical constraint around Raleigh. So Raleigh's kind of expanded into Cary, into Apex, into Holly Springs, into Fuquay. So these have just blown up. So we kind of stumbled onto this property, to be specific, but we're right in the heart of the Village District. So you're talking about the parks, we're
walking distance.
Sug, Bass Lake, Jones, Womboy, we're walking distance to 4 major parks here. So we got pretty lucky.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it is crazy coming from, because I grew up here as well, and I grew up in Cary, and my husband grew up in Raleigh, so he grew up right by Crabtree Valley Mall, and we met when we were pretty young in middle school, and we would always come into Raleigh because Carrie had nothing to do.
Yes.
Like Carrie was so boring, and all there was Crossroads Plaza. That was like the only place you could go. And I didn't even know Fuquay existed back then.
So we would come when you would leave Crossroads. We would go hang out in Crossroads.
Yeah, and it's crazy now to think about because, we had to live with my parents for a short time between builds and things like that. And you go to Cary now, and like everything is there. Like within 5 minutes, you can get to anything, and that's happened in 15 years. All of it has just blown up so much. So it's crazy to see the growth, and it's really exciting to me to see. It's kind of like watching your child grow up and become like a mature adult.
I think a lot of the people who have been around Fuquay forever, not everyone sees it the same way, but I think so. I think it's exciting, right? This little small town has blown up. I mean, like Holly Springs never had a downtown strip or anything, and that's what people are looking for. I think our parents' generation moved to the burbs, and then I think people started migrating back to the city. But these little burb communities creating their own downtown and their own little communities that you can really feel or get that small town feel, but still having all of the amenities it's really nice, right? It's drawing people back.
Absolutely.
I think that's the thing that's really special about Southern Wake in particular, is that it still feels like a small town. Like when we go for a walk, everyone's saying good morning. We've met people, neighbors, all of that. So it still feels like that small town. Yeah. But then I can go 5 minutes down the road and go get a Starbucks and walk through Target, which is what I'm looking to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like small town living with big city amenities, right? It's exactly what it is. And I mean, that's what, I love about this area too, because I think a lot of people always look at different towns and they look at Holly Springs and they think, oh, but I have to go into Raleigh for everything. But no, you don't. You have everything you need in each suburb. So there's really, unless you want like a special date night spot that's unique or to go clubbing or something like that, then you're going downtown. But otherwise, we're past clubbing days.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But you have everything you need, in Holly Springs or in Fuquay or, all these different areas. And you get that community sense from each of these different locations, which, I love that as well about this area. So do you find it funny that no one knows how to pronounce Fuquay?
I've spent my entire life telling people how to pronounce where I'm from. So.
It's funny because when I grew up in Richmond, and so in Richmond there's a place called Fuqua, or in Virginia there's a place called Fuqua and another called Verina, and they're spelled the exact same way. So it took years for my mother to learn how to pronounce Fuqua Verina.
Yeah, it's so
when I went
funny.
off to college, it was like I would just tell people I'm from Raleigh because it was easier, and then you'd meet someone from Raleigh, like, oh, what part? I'm like, oh, Fuquay, and they're like, that's not Raleigh. I'm like, I know. Don't call me. It's just easier.
Right. Yeah, that's so funny. I always find it funny when we meet with clients and they're always like, Fuqua, did I say it right? And it's like, it's okay. It's actually really hard. It's like saying my last name. That's why my last name is abbreviated to just W. But yeah, I think it's always a good joke is how to pronounce Fuquay Verina. So it's funny. But yeah, so I guess we kind of covered, I think, a lot of the topics we wanted to talk about. Is there anything I missed that we should share with everyone?
No, I mean, I think we covered a lot. I would just say if you haven't been down to this area, if you are in Raleigh and you're like, why would I ever go down? Come on down. It's so much fun. Come check out our Instagram. We have lots of things that are in this area. Shameless plug. Come down. There is so much to offer down here, and supporting those local businesses, especially as we keep trying to navigate through everything that's happening in the world now.
Yeah. I think that would be a big piece is you know, we just this past weekend we spent a lot of time with some restaurant owners, and you know they're still struggling, right? It's not over, and the staffing shortages and you know the supply shortages are real. So you know, do what you can, get out and support. You know, no one expects you to eat out every night, but if you can, you know, get out and help out the community.
Yeah, absolutely. And have grace for some of these businesses, right? For sure. Because I think, honestly, it's almost now more than ever that some of them have truly been affected by some of it. So, but no, I'm with you. I mean, I'm all about supporting local, and I want to help small businesses as well. So definitely follow a Southern Wake couple on Instagram. And then if you guys want to leave, you know, when I post it on YouTube and stuff like that, if you guys want to leave, you know, your link in the comments so people know to follow. And if you want to share any information about you guys, please do so. And then if anyone has any questions for you, how should people contact you?
So we're pretty responsive on Instagram. Message is usually the best way to contact us. You can always Facebook message too. And then we do have our email linked to our Instagram. So we're happy to answer any questions, but usually the best bet is that Instagram message.
Okay. DM you, right?
Yeah. DM me. That's as the kids say, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds great. Thanks for dealing with me through all these technical difficulties. I really appreciate it. So we will get this posted and have everyone share your information. And thanks for taking the time tonight to do this with me.
Absolutely. We had a great time. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.